Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this video, right, I want to talk about how women are always looking for a man they can take for granted. Okay? So you're probably like, what are you talking about, Mr. Locario? All right, listen, this is the thing. Most women want a man who is going to be there for them, meaning, a lot of women are looking for guys to be boyfriends or husbands, something like long term. Generally, this is what women are looking for, right? They want to know that to some guy, they are special to him, or they are, a woman that he wants to be with, and, they want to be with him, and, they want to have that type of relationship, right? But this is what happens, though, is, these women want this relationship with you, right? And they'll get into that relationship. But what happens is that now that they're in the relationship with you, they get a little bit comfortable, right? Because you're there. You've shown her that you want to be there. You're consistent, and you're there with her all the time. You understand? Like you made a commitment to, spend time with this woman for a long period of time, right? So what happens is, because you did that, she gets comfortable in the situation, right? And then once she starts getting comfortable, this is where she starts taking you for granted. See, what you got to understand is this. When you first start dating a chick, right? She's doing things to, keep you interested and keep you wanting to come back for more, right? So it's a lot of it is really her just being sexy and, having sex with you, right? That keeps you interested. You're like, yeah, I got this, really a cute girl that I'm attracted to, and she's, hooking up with me, right? So she's doing these things to sort of keep you there, to keep you interested, right? But she likes it too. Don't get me wrong. She likes the sex. She likes hooking up or whatever. Everything is cool. But she wants something long term. You feel what I'm saying? And so now at a certain point, I go from just dating and hooking up to boyfriend and girlfriend, and maybe even in some cases, husband and wife, right? But what happens is, again, when they get into that relationship with you, when they get into that long-term situation with you, they get comfortable. And what I mean is, when I say they get comfortable, is they end up, getting into a situation where they'll stop doing the things that got you to want to fuck with her. Meaning, they're going to fall a little bit back on, looking as sexy as they used to be, because when you and her first got together, y'all would go on dates and hang out and hook up. And every time you saw her, she was dressed real sexy, had on the, the makeup, the lipstick, the high heels, looking all cool and all, hot and shit. Right? And then y'all would just get together, have crazy amounts of sex. Everything was like just awesome. Right? But now that she's in that relationship with you, now that she knows that you're there, right? Now that she knows that you're going to be there for an extended period of time, she gets comfortable. Now she's like, well, I'm going to kick my feet up. I don't got to really dress up as sexy as I used to. You understand? And we don't have to have as much sex as we once were, because we're in this relationship now. And, and a relationship is more than just sex, right? Because this is what women say. I always hear women say this. They're like, it's not just about sex. And the thing is, it's not that they're wrong about that, but sex is a big component of the situation. But what happens is, when you get into these relationships with women, they get so comfortable. And then what happens is that they'll end up doing other things with you, right? That aren't sex. And when you're trying to, get the sex that you were getting when shit was first popping off, right? She'll be like, well, it's not just about sex. I like spending time with you. I like, cuddling and all this other shit. Now, understand, the women still like sex. You understand? But this is what you got to understand that's going on. What happens is that when she gets into this relationship with you, right? She's starting to get extremely selfish. So what I mean is that she's getting all the non-sexual attention from you, right? But she'll also have sex with you. But usually when she's having sex with you, it's only when she feels like she wants to have sex with you at this point in the relationship because she's extremely comfortable. Now, mind you, when you were first, fucking with her, when y'all first dating, right? She would have sex with you even if she wasn't in the mood. Why? Because she wanted to keep you happy. She would have sex with you even if she was tired. Why? Because she wanted to keep you happy. But now that she's in this long-term relationship with you, you understand? Since you're there, she doesn't feel the need. She's like, why do I need to bother to do this when he's there? Again, she's taking you for granted, right? Because she'll have sex with you when she feels like it. But if she's not in the mood or if she's tired, she's like, well, I'm kind of tired right now. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys, what you guys are going to encounter. When you guys start getting into these long-term relationships, you start getting a girlfriend, you get a wife or whatever, they're going to probably do this shit where they're going to be like, oh, I'm too tired right now. I'm just not in the mood and all this other stuff. But when you guys were first interacting with each other, when y'all were just dating, when y'all were just hooking up, there wasn't really any of this tired talk or not in the mood talk. Even if she was not in the mood or tired, she would still do it because she was still trying to solidify that situation. She was trying to get you. Now that she's got you, she's got comfortable. And she's like, well, we don't have to do it tonight. We can do it tomorrow, whatever. It's that type of energy. Right? And so what happens is that she's, getting everything she wants in a situation, which is, your attention, that energy you're giving to her, you're there. So she's like, yeah, I'll have sex, but I don't feel like doing it tonight. We can do it tomorrow. Because the thing is that since she's so comfortable, she's like, whatever, you're not going anywhere. You're here. Right. And then what happens is that she rationalizes it with the thing of, oh, but a relationship is more than just sex. You see what I'm saying? And so now that she's comfortable in this relationship, she has taken you for granted. Right? Because before she was doing certain things, looking sexy, having sex with you, and she knew that this was pleasing to you. But she was doing all that to get to the point where she can have you in the situation where it's a long-term thing, so then she can just fall back. You understand? See, now, when you look at this objectively, it's not necessarily like a bad thing to a certain extent, because, there are going to be times if you're in a long-term relationship, you're probably not going to be having sex every day and all this other shit. You understand? But what you got to understand is that even though this is how she's going to be in certain situations, you yourself, you need to say, okay, am I getting what I want in this situation? Right? Because see, the thing is this, where women fuck up on is that they don't keep the same energy. You understand? See, what is actually supposed to happen is she's supposed to keep that same energy, meaning she's supposed to keep her sexiness up. You understand that sexy, energy is supposed to be there. She's supposed to, have that energy to keep fucking with you, even when she may not be in the mood and may be tired, because she was doing that when she was first fucking with you. You understand? And what you got to understand about a relationship is this, is that there are going to be times where you're not in the mood to do certain things, but because you are in that relationship with the person, right? Sometimes you may do that or do certain things for the benefit of that person. You understand? So for example, you're going to be in relationships with women, and you've probably noticed this too, where, the girl wants to talk about certain things and have these long drawn out conversations, talk to you on the phone about things or whatever. and you're not in the mood to talk to her, but sometimes, you do, because you're like, all right, well, she wants to talk about some shit. Right? And so a lot of women who are on point, you understand what I'm saying? Generally, what they'll do is, even though they're not in the mood, right? They'll sometimes still make shit happen for your benefit because you want that. Just like she would do when she first was fucking with you. You see what I'm saying? See, I've been in these situations too, in my relationships where, because I've been in so many long-term relationships. I've been with my wife for almost 13 years. I've been with my girl for 3 years. My ex-girl I was with for almost 2 years. There's another girl I was with for like a year and a half. And so the thing is, I've seen this taken for granted situation pop up and arise. You understand? And see, this is the thing. I'm not saying that this is just women, because the way that I even noticed this was because I noticed myself taking women that I was dealing with for granted in certain situations, right? But this video is for you guys, so I'm just focusing on the women taking you for granted, right? So since I was noticing myself taking the women I was with for granted, since I saw that in me, I started to notice it in them. And I'm like, okay, I see what's really going on in certain situations. So what happens is that, you're going to have to point this out, because the thing is, they know a lot of times they're not, it's not like they're oblivious to this, but you got to point it out because you need to let them know, right? And in order to keep this relationship going, in order to keep this relationship intact, in order to keep this relationship interesting and all this other stuff, right? Both people's needs need to be met. But see, if she's just taking you for granted, that's not going to, be a healthy relationship, right? So the thing is this. You have to understand that there are going to be times when you're having these long-term relationships with these women, and they're going to get comfortable, and they're going to end up taking you for granted. Now, again, what you need to do is you need to say to yourself, hey, am I getting what I want in this situation? Right? And you need to make sure that when you're having a healthy relationship, that not only are you getting what you want, but the girl you're with is getting what she wants. It shouldn't just be her getting everything she wants and you're just sort of on the sidelines, just, providing that experience for her, and vice versa. It shouldn't just be you getting everything you want and then she's on the sidelines and she's, providing that experience for you. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is that you have to make sure that when you notice that the chick that you're with is taking you for granted, you have to switch some shit up and let her know that, hey, this something needs to change. You understand? This can't be going on like this. You understand? You can't just be sitting here being all comfortable and expecting, you understand, this to go down this way. Because if y'all had that energy of everything was cool, everything was fun, everything was exciting, y'all was having this sex, all this stuff was great, and then now that because you're in this long-term relationship, it's like, oh well, let's fall back and let's do this, but it's not all the, no. Keep that same energy. Make sure you're keeping that same energy in your relationship. You understand? And make sure you peep out when you see if your girl is basically taking you for granted when you get into these long-term type of relationships. All right. So that's pretty much it. Listen, guys, if you have any questions, click the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.